If I could unlock the most complicated bits of boxing for you, give you some game-changing insights that you can implement and see immediate results, is that something you'd be interested in? And this has got nothing to do with punching, okay? And I can explain it to you. I can give you clear evidence and a demonstration of how it can have an instant impact, and you can unlock a huge amount of competence and capability in your boxing style. That's what I'm going to do for you today. If you've got 4 areas of boxing: footwork, punches, head movements and defences. For me, punching is the easy bit. It's the other bits that really unlock you as a boxer. And we're going to work through that in this video. You will end up a master of the tough bit of boxing, not getting hit. Okay? Before we get going, why don't you download your book, The Beginner Boxer Toolkit? 68 pages packed full of insights and that will help you on your journey in boxing. How to set the right mindset, get the 10 basic bits of home gym equipment, the 10 core skills that you need to master, understand your training regime, the building blocks of power, 7 steps to great shadow boxing, how to be a speed demon, and how to lay down the ideal heavy background. You will get fitter, you will get stronger, you will be better at fighting. There's a link down below that you can click to go to my site and download your book for free, and there will be a link at the end. Right, let's get on to this. Little bit of a story for you. A couple of weeks ago, in that ring, we had an inter-club spar. Now, there's lots of sparring that we do in a gym like this. Most of the time, the kids are sparring each other, and they train together, and they spar a lot, so they learn about each other, they understand strengths, they understand weaknesses. But quite often, this club and other clubs around, we all come and go to each other's gyms, and we set up spars between kids who are the same age, weight and experience. And it's really helpful because it introduces the kids to different styles, and it adds a bit of spice, okay? These aren't their mates that they're sparring. These are kids from other clubs. It's about as close to an actual fight as you can get, all right? And we had this gym come down. One of my little boxers, Luca, Luca's 12, I think. He's young, right at the start of his career. Good little athlete, quite small, but he's really coming on well. And he goes into his first round spar. And he struggles. He's taking punches. He doesn't really know what to do. And I'm looking after the spar. And I can see he's getting frustrated and confused. And the kid's just outclassing him, basically, in the first round. So at the end of the first round, he comes back. And I said to him, look, simple bit of advice. When you're standing at long range, I want you to do one of 4 things. Slip, slip, duck, or lay back. I'll go through them moves in a minute, right? But essentially, keeping his head constantly moving, not staying so still. He was moving his head a little bit, but he wasn't moving his head enough, right? So he goes out into the second round. And oh my God, even I was shocked, right? He applied this really simple bit of, as a coach, I don't throw lots of instructions in between rounds. Try and identify 1 or 2 things that can make a big difference. All of a sudden, the punches are missing, right? They're going past his head. And when you make an opponent miss, opportunities come up for you to hit. That's why I said punching is the easy bit, right? Once you've made an opponent miss, the punches just come. The openings are there. You're not even having to work that hard for them. All you're having to do is keep the head moving constantly. So in the second round, Luca absolutely tears it up. It's like a different boxer in there, utterly different from the first round. All because of this simple approach of keeping the head moving. Same in the third round. The kid really couldn't get to grips with what Luca was doing, right? And he was getting, as Luca was working through the round, he was getting more confident. So all of a sudden, and he's not waiting to see the punches coming, he's proactively moving his head constantly, shifting, moving in, moving out, and he's landing multiple shots over and over again. If it's been about, he'd have won the second 2 rounds, he'd have won the fight because he just clearly did much better in the second and third round. So, that's the thing. The punching is the easy bit. Right, here's some tips. 3 little ways of instilling this head movement, and this genuinely is game changer. That's probably one of the most powerful demonstrations I've ever seen where one bit of advice has made such a huge difference, okay? And you can do that right now, okay? Here's some tips. Drills. Do a round of shadow boxing where you do 1 of 4 head movements. okay, from the boxing stance. The slip inside, you push off the back leg, hips rotate, hands stay there, and you come inside there, okay? Head comes off the centre line. All in the legs, not at the waist. We don't do any of this at the waist, right? Because if I move like this at the waist, I'm less able to respond with my punches. If I keep it at the legs and let the legs do the work, I'm much better, right? Don't let the hands come down. There's a temptation, especially, you know, it looks good, but it doesn't look good when you get cracked on the jaw and you're lying on the floor with a blood bubble coming out your nose, okay? So keep the hands there, slip inside. Second one is a slip outside, push off that front leg and our body weight shifts to the side. Third one is a duck, okay? Knees bend, backside out, back straight, there. Don't bend down, don't bend forward. And the fourth one is a lay back, bend the back leg. Don't bend the waist, right? We don't want that, we want that, right? Because I want to come back with my punches. Do a whole round, but all you're doing is moving in, slipping, ducking, constantly doubling them up. Duck, lay back, slip, down. Whole round, nothing else, just that, no punches. Give it a go. Second thing, let's get a little bit more involved. Trigger, defend, attack, defend. T-dad, right? I've always used TDA, but let's get a defense on the end. Trigger, so use one of the three feints. Foot feint, hand feint, or body feint. Okay, so one of those body movements we've just done, the slip, the duck, or the slip, the duck, or you can do a roll as a feint. But if you do a duck or a slip, that acts as a feint. So three feints. So do the feint, do a defense, let's do a body defense. We're not talking about blocks. Blocks are a whole different conversation. Let's stick with head movement. Feint, slip, attack, defend, right? T-D-A-D, trigger, and you can trigger with a punch as well, so you can use the jab, lay back, 1, 2, duck, jab, slip in, left hook, lay back. Right, we're using single punches there. You can multiple up the punches, but you can just follow that sequence. T-dad, trigger, defend, attack, defend. And the third one, again, simple thing, a bit simpler than the T-dad model. Head move, punch, head move. Slip, jab, duck. Slip, backhand, slip. Duck, backhand, lay back. Right? Just tie them together. Head movement, punch, head movement. When you focus in the gym and you constantly work this head movement concept, opportunities will arise. Take the step on the journey, right? Don't confuse this boxing malarkey with just punching. It's a small part of the equation, right? Get the other stuff, focus on the other stuff. Have sessions where you just think, I'm going to be a head movement demon today. I'm going to go into my shadow boxing, I'm going to be moving constantly. Slips, ducks, rolls, you know. There's also rolls, we haven't touched on them in this video. But even just keeping it simple, slip, lay back, duck, slip, both sides. It will game change, I promise you, give it a go, you will be amazed. Let me know, drop me a comment, and obviously subscribe if you can help me out. It's immensely helpful if you leave me a comment, right? It really helps other people find the stuff that we're working on here. And of course, subscribe for more. And of course, download your book. Anything you'd like me to cover in videos, please do let me know. Drop a comment. I love hearing from you. I'll see you in the next video.